Hello everyone, welcome on in. It is time for some more robotics notes. We'll be starting phase 7, which will be very interesting. I'm pretty sure it's actually going to be the Irie ending, based off of the information I have for what we need to do in order to get it. So, I could be wrong though, but it really seems like phase 7, Irie, phase 8, Frau. Though we should be getting some Frau content this time as well. Yeah, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes. So we're gonna go into our saves. And we're gonna go back to this locked save to start us off tonight. Depending on how long this is, we actually might finish the phase tonight. We'll see how I'm feeling and how the game's feeling. About the 3-hour-ish mark, I think, is usually when I like check in with myself. It's like, we'll see though. For now though, to Twippo, because we need to respond to this one. This island has way too many bugs, it's not even funny. It's a little funny. And it's going to be... You should ask Madam President for help. She could take out 10 to 20 bugs at a time with just her bare hands. Oh, Akiho. And yeah, that was the response that we had to do right away. Yep. And the next thing we do is not reply to any tweets at noon. So that'll be interesting. But now that's done, we can do the cute little skip thing, which I think is this button? Yeah. Okay. We are to go to... back to the robot clinic, so you can reply to a tweet. Scooter sounds. Okay, so here we're supposed to reply to Frau again. This one. I spent 3 whole hours collecting Kojiro at Masamune pics. I have a problem. You really do, Frau. You really do. And we need to reply, go to sleep already. Must be nice being a shut-in. That's a whole nother level of stupidity, but true. Anyways, go to sleep already, Frau. And then we can go back to skipping until November. Nope, here we go. Phase 7. The last time I saw Mama, it was at the doorway of our home in Tokyo. It was a small apartment in the center of Tokyo. Mama, who was forced to have a irregular lifestyle due to her job, would leave at different times on different days. Some days, she'd leave earlier than Papa, who was an office worker. Other times, she'd leave in the evening and not come home until morning. The day I last saw her, it was early in the morning. Mama was hurriedly preparing for work, circles under her eyes from working all night. She ate half the bread I prepared for her and only sipped at her coffee. Alright, Kona-chan, I'm off. Why does she have so much forehead? Like, I'm sorry, that's like a 6 head. Like, why is her forehead as big as the rest of her face? You only need to make breakfast for Papa, okay? I think I'll be back in the evening. So let's eat dinner together. Damn, it's like the Great Plains. Koji Loco looking at us. I'm glad you guys are on the same page with me about her fucking massive forehead. Okay, take care, Mama. See you later. I knew she was tired from staying up all night. but Mama was as cheerful as always. Before heading out the door, she turned around to wave to me, then left the house. But she never came back. At this point, since we're getting Frau backstory, I'm second guessing my thought of this being Irie, but like, I still think it might be Irie just because of what I know I need to do. Anyways, we'll find out later. When I open my eyes, I see a slightly dirty ceiling above me, and a dark and dusty room surrounding me. And the PC I left on continues to make its usual sounds. My hands and feet are cold. They almost feel frozen. Well, that's not ideal. It's like they aren't even my own. I'm so cold. But it's not a bad coldness. If only I could be frozen solid for all eternity. I'm not sure you would actually like that, Frau, but shrugs. That was bad. What shitty shit am I up to? First thing in the morning. The shaking of my laughter makes the tears run from my eyes down my temples. I guess I must have been crying while I slept. I slowly raise myself up. I wrap myself in a blanket, indulging in its comfortable, soft feel. I'm really thirsty. But I have no drinks at hand. There are a few mineral waters out on the floor, but they're all empty. And the fridge is near the entrance. I'd have to walk to it. Way too much work for someone who just woke up. Whatever. I check the kill ballot online match status on the several monitors lined up in front of me. This is always the first thing I do when I wake up. I then open the home screen on my Pokécom. Genki-kun, what time is it? About 9:31 p.m. It's almost time to go to sleep, but I'm still full of fighting spirit. Genki is Genki? Never would have guessed. The Genki-kun bot I created answers from my Pokécom screen. Huh, it's night. 3 days after arriving on the island, I completely lost my sense of night and day. It's not coming back anytime soon. Not that it was any different in Tokyo. I'd wake up in the morning, at noon, at night, whenever. When I go to bed varies wildly from day to day. Rosetta-tan, check mail inbox. Okay, you have 1,136 messages. How? This is after eliminating spam. 6 messages from people related to the Frau Kojiro factory. 11 working queries. 282 seemingly positive messages received from kill ballot users. 837 seemingly negative messages. Yeah, complaints and trolls. I get it. I'm sure my Topo account is also filled with slander and all kinds of abuse. It wasn't this bad when Kill Ballad was first released. But once you move 20 million copies, the haters come out in full force. Not to mention that when I moved here, the mass media caught wind of it. How? No clue. The fact that Kojiro Frau was just a 17-year-old girl got exposed to the public. It didn't take long for my info to spread across the net, and I'm putting it back in the box. Now I get sexually harassed, death threats, and lots of calls, so where all I can hear is heavy breathing. Ew. I'm sure everyone is just mad that a high school girl managed to strike it rich. Nice jealousy, wow. Delete all negative messages. Understood. Deleting now. I'm not gonna let the slander get to me. I have tougher skin than that. I sigh and focus my gaze on a cardboard box in the corner of the room. That's where I've carefully stored the original Genga and production materials for the Gunveil anime. It's already been over 2 months since the legendary final episode was leaked. Online, supposed fans are still going over each frame in the 4-minute 31-second video. But to me personally, it's no different to watching pieces of human garbage rape Mama right in front of me over and over again. Okay. I want to throw up. How dare they defile Gunveil like this? I even posted something like that on Twippo. I hope they find them soon. Whoever leaked the final episode, I hope they're found. It'd be even better if it were Mama. As long as I have that single ray of light to hold on to. I'll tough out even the rape while throwing up. Frau, phrasing, please, for the love of anything. My Chunibyo is what makes me wonderful. Though I'm not actually throwing up. After laughing, I bite my lip hard. I cut into my skin, the taste of blood filling my mouth. The wind's gotten pretty cold, I think to myself. I felt a bit chilly, probably because I was riding on my scooter. If I feel this way on long sleeves, that must mean autumn's coming to an end. Ah, Subaru, June, you're already here. Mad respect. Whips to look at. It's been a while since I've had a dream. Usually I sleep so deep I don't remember my dreams. It's been a while since you posted. How are you? I thought you died since you haven't been around. Maybe the thing that you think was a dream is actually reality, JK. I'm not supposed to reply to that though. Surprise plan. Go, no ghost decision will be a go. What does that mean, Akiho? Lucky-chan came to pick me up. Played 20 minutes. 3-1. Hug. Did a small craft project. Came out decent considering I just finished healing up. It was good rehab now and I still got it. 1109 Solar Storm News. Currently, a solar proton phenomenon is happening. It is highly active, so please be careful. Solar Storm News has been pretty active recently. It's probably another end-of-the-world scam. I'm worried because of what happened in America. I don't want to be involved in a riot. The riot in America wasn't directly connected to the solar storm. They're already in a nerve-wracking situation. To add to that, a solar storm hit which blew it up. A riot won't happen in Japan just because a solar storm hit. Japan as a country has a lot of natural disasters like earthquakes and typhoons, so people are used to disasters. I'm sure that people will stay calm when the solar storm comes. I bet Japanese people will still try to go to work as their corporate slaves. I mean, we won't start a riot, even if we have complaints about the government and society. Being too quiet can be an issue, but we're proud of our sense of enduring crisis when a disaster hits. Akiho gets off her scooter and excitedly waves her hand. TNSC's first Osaki office. Model 2 is being assembled here. When Akiho and I arrive, Jun and Subaru are waiting. What do these two usually talk about? I can't even imagine it. Good morning, Akiho-chan, Yashio-kun. Jun and Subaru are holding cans of milk tea. They're this hot. Where'd you get them? I kind of want one myself. I glance around, but find no vending machines nearby. Well, Hidaka-kun went out of his way to get these from a 10-minute trip away. I told him it was fine, since there were no vending machines nearby, but he insisted. Aww. You haven't been for the last couple of weeks? I see, I see. That explains why you haven't gone in sick in the last couple of weeks. What is it? And here I thought you didn't have a considerate bone in your body. He probably doesn't. He just found an excuse to escape from the awkwardness of being alone with Jun-chan. Huh? How'd you know? Wait, no. I'm not saying I hate being around Daitoko-senpai or anything. No, it's fine. And now it's awkward. I didn't think I took the bullseye. Subaru's quite rude to Akio, but when he's with Juno, he gets surprisingly nervous. I smirk and stretch my arms into the air. I make eye contact with the guard standing at the gate in front of us. When I bow my head to him, he smiles back. We've become familiar with the people here. Not me personally, but the Chiwo Tanegashima High Robotics Club as a whole. It's rare for all the Robotics Club members, Frau excluded, to gather here at the TNSC. TNSC. There we go. We have a school on weekdays. On top of that, dragging yourself all the way here takes at least 30 minutes by scooter, and that's just one way. That goes double for Subaru and Juna, who live in Nakatane. Our school's in the middle of the island. So they have to come all the way out here, the southern tip, and go all the way back to the center of the island. Plus, Subaru has this old man to deal with, further complicating things. Juna's in charge of mocap, so she doesn't have anything to do here. Her work is at the old airport. Even Akio goes to the robot clinic on weekdays to process parts for Model 2, so she barely comes here. Plus, we only ever come here on weekends. And not even every week, it's more like once every 2 weeks. As for what we do, we put Model 2 together. So me and Juno really don't have anything to do here. We go inside the building. Leggies. Model 2's legs are stored here. They're not even 4 meters tall. They still can't stand on their own, so they're hanging from the crane up top. An outsider probably wouldn't realize they're robot legs. Ankle joints don't even have motors installed yet. According to Akio, the parts processing is 60% complete. It does look like a zero escape puzzle, you are unfortunately correct. But since we still haven't decided how we're going to drive them, looks like we can't put the motors in yet. Ah, you're here early. Naya-san was waiting for us inside. She got back from Tokyo mid last month and has been supervising us when we work here. Good morning, Naya-san. You want that jacket? Go get it. Go work at Jackson, you'll get that jacket. Good morning. Is it just me, or do you have some spare time on your hands, Naya-san? It's the weekend. How about going out and having some fun? Kaido-kun, you really shouldn't tease older girls like that. A chill runs down my spine. As much as she has a smile on her face, her eyes are dead serious. Or that's how it feels, at least. I'm sorry. Older girls really are scary. I'm not letting you off the hook. It's time for a tickle attack. With that, Naya-san extends her hands and starts tickling my sides. Hey, stop! I think I saw a gif of this before. I desperately flee from her hands. Gosh, you're so quick to run away. Boys like you need to be bolder. Cut me some slack. Still on guard, I distance myself a bit from Naya-san. Hi, stop being rude to Naya-san. She's going out of her way just to help us out, even on her days off. Yeah, you're right. I repent. I put my hands up like I'm surrendering. But I still keep my distance in case she tries to tickle me again. More importantly, we have a little present for you, Naya-san. Bah, a present? Yep. Ready? Happy birthday, you. Aww. Hey, come on. Everyone's gotta sing. I'm sorry. It's too embarrassing. You're bored and hungry? Well, I can solve one of those problems, but the other one you're gonna have to solve yourself. Same here. And I can't sing after having sustained that tickling. Mate, this is for my birthday? I'm surprised you knew. Thank you all so much. We found out her birthday was on the 9th of November thanks to Chief Son of the Young. I feel like I should have known Naya's birthday was the 9th. Oh well. Once we found out about half a month ago, we pulled our money together and got her something. Aw, cute. What did you get her? Anyway, happy birthday, Naya-san. The 9th of November rings a bell. You're not sure why? Probably because it's Naya's birthday. I feel like there was a... I'm pretty sure they celebrated Naya's birthday. In Steins Gate Zero, probably? Because I remember there being a party. Or maybe that was just the Christmas party and I'm being silly. That might have been just the Christmas party. I don't know anymore. And this is from all of us. Thanks for everything you've done. The pleasure's all mine. I'm so touched. Naya-san happily accepts her present. The smile she wears on her face isn't that of a young woman, but rather an innocent little girl. Can I open it? Of course. They have like the same voice. Kai picked it out. Yep, I went all the way to Nishinomote to buy it. Nishinomote is the only decent place for shopping on the island. Wow, these are sunglasses. And they're specifically for cycling. That's really nice of them, actually. My son's constantly riding around on her bike, so... I figured something practical would be best. They're adorable. Thank you so much. I'll cherish these forever. I know. Let's all go cycling together sometime. I don't think that's gonna work out very well. More scooter types. Oh, right. Then how about using this opportunity to buy nice bicycles? We're too poor for that. Fucking mood. Regardless, I'm glad Naya-san is happy. I'll breathe a sigh of relief and look toward Model 2. Time is slowly but surely moving forward. That it is! That it is! The magic of these phases being more further in the future. They'll need the scooters to keep up with Naya anyway, so true. I felt like it was frozen for a time, yet before I realized, summer blew over a while ago, and now autumn's coming to a close. No more than 4 months until the expo. Will we really be able to finish this in time? POV change? Akio POV. Feels like it's been a while since we've had one of those. Sparks scatter about. Welding these thick iron plates is my job. The work involves patiently connecting the iron plates in a shape as directed by the blueprints. If I lose focus, its overall strength would take a hit, causing damage once assembled. So I have to be careful. Despite how I might look, I'm pretty experienced at this sort of thing. I've been helping with welding on the robot clinic ever since Gunbuild 1. Honestly, I'm pretty confident that I'd do really well if I went to work at a local factory. I know. Even if I don't go to college, I can make a living working somewhere like Kamada Motors. My Kamada can't refuse me if I really beg him. That's kind of a pushover. Akiho. I'm sure I could pressure him into hiring me. Akiho. Alright, that'll be my last resort. That's how I continue to focus on my welding work. And that's when I feel a light pat on the back. I stop and raise my head. Subaru looked at me with a sour face. What's wrong? Press. Doc is calling for you. Where is he? Outside. Doc collapsed in September due to illness, and went to Kagoshima for surgery last month. His family, having been discharged around 10 days ago, is even livelier than he was before the surgery. That's how much energy he's recovered. Remember how he raised his voice and berated me for wanting to make Gunbuild 2? It's like he'd never cooperate with me again? Yeah, I felt that. Now it's the exact opposite. Now that I'm complaining, I'm not banned from the clinic anymore. If anything, you could probably argue that Doc's been on a bit of a rampage lately. What are you going to do? I mean, I have to go. I saw you stand up. I make my way outside. It's nice out today. Warm enough to get him by... blah blah. Warm enough to get by in short sleeves, despite it being November. But the sun sets early now. It's only around 5, but the sky's already stained orange. I've been studying and working for a while now, so my back hurts a little. I'll look up at the dusk sky and stretch out my back. Yo, what took you so long? Doc is waiting with a grin on his face. And he smiles he smiles a lot more now. He's not so grumpy these days. I guess it's kinda softened up, though that still doesn't feel right. What's up? Take a look at this. Doc pushes a cart from the scrapyard out back. And the cardboard box on top of it is a unique looking part. It's shaped like a bowl. But it's really big. A big bowl. Got it. Understood. It could probably hold 30 times as much rice as your average bowl. Okay. What do you think this is? A giant bowl? A parabolic antenna? Super, what are you talking about? Have you gone blind? I'm sure you know of Robotics Club. I like that he just calls Akiho Robotics Club. Doc continues to look at me with a grin on his face. Before I answer, can you please explain why you call Subaru by his name, but still insist on calling me Robotics Club? You do know I have a name, right? Don't get stuck on the details again. I decided a while ago that I called the president of the Robotics Club by Robotics Club. If you got a problem with that, quit being the president. That's ridiculous. Anyway, don't change the subject. I asked you what you think this is. Once again, giant bowl. A vernier? Haha, I knew I could count on you, Robotics Club. He cheerfully laughs and pats my shoulder. Right on the money. This is a homemade vernier thruster. This will go on Model 2 and... No, it won't. I cut Duck off before he can finish. Gunbuild 2 isn't going to fly, or even jump. Then modify it so it can fly. Altitude is the angular difference measured between an airplane's axis and the line of the Earth's horizon. Got it. I was thinking attitude like, oh, this cat's got an attitude. You know, that type of thing. So that's why I was very confused. It's like, I'm not sure how a rocket can give, you know, a personality trait. But that makes more sense. Thank you for the explanation. Gunbuild 2 wasn't built for that. If he flew, his legs would get crushed when he landed. Now, hold your horses. Doc interrupts me. The Space Center has a facility for rocket engine combustion tests, right? Just borrow the joint. I'll provide the fuel and... I told you, we're not attaching a vernier. Then how about we attach it to Model 1? Gunbuild 1's too heavy to fly. Besides, how would we control his attitude? And that's outside of my field of expertise. Wow, he straight up admitted it. Listen, giant robots and vernier thrusters go together. You of all people should get that robotics club. I get it. Of course I do. I nod as hard as I can, and Subaru flashes me a cold glare. But that's only a mecha anime. Gumball 2 doesn't have the ability to fly. If we built him under the assumption that he would fly, sure, we'd need verniers, but we didn't. Then it doesn't have to fly. Huh? It doesn't have to fly. Just do fuel injection with the vernier thrusters. By the way, we'll be attaching a total of 10 vernier thrusters. You have solved hunger? Very good. Mini Wheaties? Interesting choice, but if it works, it works. 6 on the back? Hell no. 4. Then 3 on each calf? Talk about high mobility. I try imagining the form. Super thick legs. The calves would be thicker than the thighs. I'm getting fired up. We could give it a hover function while we're at it, and move it around with vernier propulsion. Not bad, right? Like he used me as a springboard. In that case, we should paint the body black and purple too. Subaru clears his throat as loudly as possible. I feel like his clearing his throat was like the most ahem of all throat clearings ever. What are you two talking about? The Black Tri-Stars, they say in unison. I can't do that though, I can't do 2 voices at once. Utter nonsense. Subaru's cold gaze quickly returns me to my senses. Right, yeah, that's nonsense. Doc, we're not equipping him with verniers. Really, I mean it. You kids are lame. If you have time to make verniers, make the parabolic antenna. One with a clean mirror surface and no distortions. How much? Huh? I'll do it for the right price, but it's gonna cost you. My ridiculous order comes with an equally ridiculous price. I recoil and flee into the store. Doc has gotten too energetic. Agreed. It's actually kind of a pain. Plus, he keeps bringing up ideas that he totally knows hit my strike zone. We can't underestimate Doc. I never knew he was such a mad scientist. Lightsey thought he was more of a serious engineer. I'm quite disappointed. The stupidity radiating off the two of you while you talked made me dizzy. Damn Subaru. I dare you to say that to his face. I refuse. Subaru sits down on a stool, a composed expression on his face. Besides, how can you be so calm when Model 2's assembly is so far behind schedule? Well, I'm sure things will work out as long as we all combine our powers. Akiho. Plus, the processing of parts is already about 60% complete. Once assembly begins in earnest, we'll be done in no time. Yep. In that case, I recommend going to proceed for the Gordy immediately. For the drive system? An electric motor or hydraulic motor? We still haven't decided, so we can't move forward. I get it. We're waiting on Doc to finish his tests, right? You really think that's going to be usable? If you put all your eggs in one basket and that thing ends up being a bust, it's going to be more work. And the thing that Subaru is talking about around... Well, it's the monopole that Kai found. Monopole? Monopole? It's been a while since monopole got mentioned. It's time to alleviate this issue, right? Because, like, who wouldn't want a monopole? You know? Anyways. When Doc got discharged 10 days ago, I made up my mind and tried discussing the strange material with him. What the hell is this? Monopole? Monopole. Or so I've been told. I've never seen such a ridiculous thing in my whole life. I'm damn shocked you've been carrying this around. It could explode and take all of Tanegashima with it. Why would the monopole do that? It's just the best pet rock ever. Is it seriously that dangerous? No, it could never. Look at it. Look at it. Come on. A thing of mass destruction? Oh, I wish any of you were aware of the details of the one-shot so far. Anyways. Well, hell if I know. How could I? This is the first in human history. I think we could use this for Gunbuild 2's electric motor. Could you look into it? And secret from JAXA? Please. Now this is what I'm talking about. Monopole, Ultimate Pet Rock. I never thought I'd get this excited at my age. Looks like that surgery was completely worth it. You want me to look into this thing in secret? Don't blame me if you regret it. If this is really a monopole, it might be a double-edged sword, or Pandora's box. Ultimate Pet Rock. That's how ridiculous this could be. Naturally, if word of its existence leaked, it could cause conflict on a global scale. This little sucker could bring vast wealth, but could also bring enough misery to make all of that worthless. Are you sure about this? Yeah. If we can use it to move Gunbuild 2, let's do it. Duh. I don't know if you're fearless, got nerves of steel, or if you're just plain stupid. Definitely just plain stupid. And once the expo is over, we're gonna bring it to a proper research organization. And I only plan to use it for gun build too. It's so funny having them talk about it while we can see the googly-eyed one on your head sitting there like, who? Me? So true. Alright, give me some time. Listen, make this the Robotics Club little secret. Don't go telling anyone else. Definitely not that bastard Mitsuhiko. He's a goddamn idiot. He really is. Mitsuhiko should be out of a job, frankly. I'll let you know when I'm done looking into it. Until then, don't even mention the monocle to me. No monocle? But it's already here, cozy. Got it. And so we've been waiting on Doc to finish his research. Whether we'll be able to use the monopole in an electric motor. That'll have a huge effect on the drive system. But we gotta convince Frau to help us. Subaru nods. Whether Model 2 moves or not is completely dependent on its programming. No matter what the research results are, Model 2 systems will be built by Frau. If Frau doesn't do the work, Gun Build 2 will never be complete. Her role is huge. I've already attempted to get her help on multiple occasions. But Frau has completely closed herself off as of late. I mean, she was always a shut-in. But now it's even worse than before. She won't even let Kai, the person closest to her, into her room anymore. Welp. Though I don't know what those two were up to when they were alone. Not so much. The expo inspection is next month. General public giant robot entries have 2 inspections. One 2 months before, and one right before. It's a special rule for this year's expo. The first inspection only requires us to send in a video. We need to show the robot moving properly and explain our theme for it. As president, I'll be the one handling the latter. And that's a written submission. And by the way, I decided on the theme. Bringing all of humanity, peace, and courage through the power of love and justice. So, how is it? What do you think? Sound like a mecha anime, right? Sounds. It's nonsense. What an overplayed ancient concept. What is this? The Stone Age? Are you even taking this seriously? Why does he have to be so merciless? Because it's Subaru. There's no way this punk has any friends. I mean, he doesn't, but... Anyway, putting that aside... Blech. You gotta do something about Frau. What can I even do? I'm not feeling too confident about this. So, and that's why I'm leaving the convincing of Frau to you, Kai. Naturally. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what is most important when it comes to operating a hobby robot? Yes, the control system. If that is made firmly, it can easily cover any hardware handicap. However, if the control system is bad, you'll only make a bad robot no matter how much you spend. I think this is the first time in 2.5 years that I felt this fulfilled since I joined Robotics Club. Oh, it's so fun. I wish this started 2 years ago. Moyawaki-senpai, are you watching? Robotics Club is finally moving forward! Glad you're having fun. You look better when you're carefree about making robots than when you're hesitant. In a good way. If you stay full of yourself, someone will knock you off your feet with a sweeping fierce kick. Who was Moyawaki-senpai again? Was that his name? I'll go with that one. I think it's fun too. I would have never felt like this in karate. The working together as part of a team thing is wonderful. No. Right? I'm beyond thrilled that you understand the fun of being in the robotics club. Doctored into a mad scientist. What is the mad scientist? This is the one we have to respond to. I think. Yeah. Someone once said that it's the kind of person who gets mad if you call him Shinibyo. Aki-chan said it's like a crazy person who makes some sort of research center and builds giant robots by himself or whatever, blah blah blah. Someone that makes dangerous inventions? Yeah, I'm sure you guys can guess which one's the correct answer. Someone once said it's the kind of person who gets mad if you call him Shinibyo. Amazing. I got a birthday gift from the kids on the island. So happy. I'll keep it safe. The mystery behind the hidden subliminal messages in the final episode of Forgotten Pharaoh. Analyzing team. Is it done yet? There are 19 total hidden one-frame steganography subliminal messages, right? I'm pretty sure since they took this much time and many people analyzed it. I think the steganography subliminal messages are an image of a ruin somewhere, but I doubt there's anyone that knows all the ruins in Japan. I'm not sure that the steganography subliminal messages are located in Japan. There's a chance that it could be overseas. The power of the internet is amazing, but we still have a hard time solving this. It's too much to look for it in the world. Over it, off to sleep. I wonder what the numbers mean. The numbers under the subliminal messages mean something. There has to be a meaning behind it. I want to try and analyze the numbers, but don't know where to start. Maybe the numbers count down to the end of the world. Maybe the numbers are the world line, if I had to guess. But these people don't know anything about that. It's the day when the solar storm is hitting. Someone reported to the police. This is creepy. The police ain't gonna deal with this. I mean... oh boy. Aki-chan, exactly how many years have you been my neighbor? After school, Akiho asked me to persuade Frau to help, so I decided to teach her a lesson, yet again. If you want me to do something for you, face me in a match. If you win, I'll do whatever you ask. I knew you'd say that. One of these days you'll learn. How many times have we repeated this exact interaction in the past? But I can't win against you, Kai. Exactly. Oh, maybe I should call Nai-san. Kinda sound. What did she say? Why did her name come up now? Nakiho notices my agitation and smiles triumphantly. Have you heard? Nai-san's already risen to around 200th place on the leaderboards. She's really strong. I know this all too well. And there's no way she's stopping at 200th place. If she plays seriously, she could easily make her way into the top 10. played against Naya-san a lot, and even I only managed to win to 6 out of 10 matches. She's a hard fight. Against me, second best in the world. Did Akio catch wind of that? No, it's possible that Naya-san told her herself. After all, she's at TNSC a lot nowadays, what with building Model 2 and all. If she used Naya-san, and even if I limit it to 1 round, I've got a risky 40% chance of losing. And 40% is higher than the batting average of a professional batter in baseball. So, you'll be coming with me to the Space Center tomorrow. Are you going to have Naya-san take your place? Don't you dare whine about this being unfair. It's your fault for being too strong. How is this my fault? I worked hard to get where I am. Fine, fine. I'll go with you to the TNSC tomorrow. Be sure to arrange for a match, if possible. I want to go at least 50 rounds with her. Well, I don't think I'd get an okay out of you that easily. What's going on? Did something happen? Or are you plotting something? No, not at all. Why is she so surprised when she's the one who suggested this? I glanced at her sly rascal of a president and stand up from the shade of the tree. Going somewhere? To see Kona-chan. I need to convince her to help, right? Huh? Look, if I face Naya-san, I'll end up being a 7-3 or 6-4 matchup. There's no chance of me winning every fight. In that case, it'll be easier if I get your request done now. Amazing. I've never seen you break so easily before. Sweet. Oh, hell Naya-san. But wait, if you're going to convince Frau to help now, what's the point of buying Naya-san tomorrow? Whoa, don't be ridiculous, Aki-chan. As far as I'm concerned, a match against Naya-san is more exciting than a match with your average high ranker. I'd play against her all day long if I could. So you better not break your promise, got it? There. Is it me, or have the means switched places with the ends? I head toward the hangar, leaving Akio dumbfounded behind me. Ding dong. There's twips to look at. And to respond to. And the runway's getting cold. I think there was an oil stove nestled in the back of the hangar. You can use it if you bring your own oil. The wind is really strong. Be careful if you're wearing a skirt. It might flip if you aren't careful. If we are just motion capturing, we don't need to be on the runway. True. But don't need to respond to any of that, so... Say hi to Frau for me. And press the intercom button, then check the contents of the plastic bag I'm holding. I went to buy some refreshments at Misaka-san's store before coming here. Mainly some flavored breads, snacks, and juice. I'll use these to lure our little shut-in princess out from the shadows. It's actually been a while since I visited Frau's place. We talk on Twitter all the time, but it's been 2 or 3 months since we've met in person. I've actually swung by several times, but Frau kept pretending to be out. She's a shut-in, so if she doesn't answer the intercom, she's either sleeping or ignoring me. And so, after a while, I sort of just stopped coming over. Which brings us to now. Part of that is due to this place being so close to the hangar. If it can drop in anytime, I could put it off for another day, right? Then it just snowballs out of control. So, will she answer the intercom today or what? If not, I'll go watch Juna do her mocap work at the hangar and prepare for my matches with Naya-san tomorrow. That's my real objective anyway. I can't wait for tomorrow. That's how starved for a good match I am. No, I just heard some noise coming from the intercom speaker. I guess Frau's actually awake. Let me expect you to answer. Nashio-senpai? Oh, she sounds distraught. Why are you here? Frau sounds like she's on the verge of death. You don't sound so good. Don't tell me you haven't been eating. Frau sound. Kona-chan? I'm hungry. I figured as much. Well, I brought food when you let me in. I even found some Kagoshima exclusive sweet potato flavored Pocky. That sounds good. That sounds really sweet. But I refuse. Frau, no. And yet the entrance automatically opens. This is what you call being tsundere. I'll never be able to keep up with this girl. It's like a freezer in here. That's the first thing that comes to mind every time I visit. It's just that cold. Yet her loungewear leaves her shoulders exposed. Not to mention she's still wearing sweatshorts as if this was still summer. She isn't even wrapped in a blanket as she stares at her Pokécon. Her face is lifeless and pale. She has large dark circles under her eyes. Frau legit looks ill. Either that, or she hasn't eaten in days. Frau seems pretty incapable of self-care after all. If I left her like this, she'd probably drop dead in the space of a month. I brought refreshments. This is no time for snacks. I placed the bag at Frau's feet, but she doesn't even look at it. What about being hungry? Rosetta, show senpai some hospitality. Frau says, ignoring the snacks. Hello, Yashio-san. I hear a voice coming from Frau's Pokécon. Though I can't see the screen due to the way she's holding it. Would you like some warm corn soup? Huh. Her bot has a corn soup making function? How convenient. Alright, sure. I see. However, I cannot make corn soup. Please help yourself. Never mind. What a useless bot. So, what are you doing, Kona-chan? Frau takes a small breath. More importantly, Yashio-senpai, I have a little request, please. With upturned eyes, she bends toward me. Please, okay? Why is she breathing so heavily? I wish I knew about you. Well, maybe I don't want to know, although I think about it. What is... Depending on the request, I might have you bow to me. Let me lick your fingers a little, senpai. Licky, licky. You really are a pervert, Kona-chan. No, I'm not. This is a basic human instinct, or part of our fundamental identity. You know, like how babies suck their thumbs. Why? Because they're spoiled brats, that's why. I'm pretty sure that's not it, but I don't know the actual reason off the top of my head, so... Great, self-hate mate. Can relate. Anyway, licking your fingers is like a tranquilizer for me, in a sexual way. What it... No, actually, never mind. I don't want to know what she means by that. So, it is sexual in the end. Out of the question. Good grief. I'm so exasperated that I don't even want to continue talking. That said, Frau seems a little more hyper than usual. To calm myself, I opened the pocky and pull a stick out. I offer some to Frau, who she obediently takes two and starts biting away at them. Senpai, do you know what a festival is? Of course I do. We had the Yorai festival this past summer, we even saw the fireworks from here. Not that kind of festival. The internet kind. Ah, that. That's when lots of people start posting like crazy on text boards and Twitter when some major incident happens, yeah? I'm impressed, senpai. Well, I'm a Twipo user. That stuff is pretty basic. During a festival, people of all types start recklessly vomiting out their opinions on an incident or event. They don't even try to find out if the info is true or made up. But then there's this cum that replies to them on instinct. And this is even a special kind of trash that make it their mission to dox and leak details when they don't have anything to do with it. What's your point? I'm talking about the pile of human garbage piling up around Gunfair's final episode. And they're just pieces of trash enjoying the chaos. Granted, I used to troll alongside that trash. In other words, I'm the worst of them all. Frau smiles with only her lips. Her eyes red from a lack of sleep or from crying. Probably both. Yeah, let's stick with both. But ironically, in times like these, they prove to be the most helpful. I'm serious. To be honest, their passion is out of this world. The definition of wasted talent. They're more skilled than your average hacker. That Chandler's technological prowess is the world's finest. I'm so goddamn hyped. Frau, what the fuck? So, did those Gunveil fans do something? I haven't talked about the Gunveil leak with Frau, not even once. What she told me before about her mom is true. This could be a clue as to her whereabouts. Like finding your mom or something. I get it. Were there clues in the final episode? I try shooting straight with her, and she replies with a grin. That's right. What of it? No. I wasn't expecting her to be so honest with me. Though I still have no clue where Mama is. Did you know her? Alright, I don't get it. But there was a message that I don't think anyone but Mama could have left. A message? Subliminal. Password. Dark past. I'm not getting what you mean. Good game, no rematch. I'm not enough of a gamer. I summed it up in 3 lines. Feel free to use more than 3 lines, please. In other words, you want to talk more with me, yes? In secret, just the 2 of us. Huff huff, what kind of rogue is this? Could you please try to stay on topic just this once? Frau's expression stiffened up for a moment, as if she's about to start crying. She even has that expression now. But that expression quickly turns into a pout, as if to express how fed up she was. Maybe I was just imagining things. Do you know the deets about the final episode? I got the gist of it from Aki-chan. I know it totally ignored the serious story until it became a tale about the world being destroyed or something. And everyone but the protagonist died, if I remember correctly. The reason I have it committed to memory is because it's so similar to the Kimijima reports. It's already November 2019. In 2 months, that's it. A large-scale solar storm hit North America. While there wasn't any terrorism, there were riots. And that solar storm is the one in the Kimijima reports. At the very least, we should be safe this year. But who knows? I might be overthinking it. I hope so, at least. The story content actually doesn't matter. The important parts are the subliminal images, noob. I heard there were subliminal messages mixed in there. Very obviously, at that. Originally, the final episode was only 4.5 minutes long, a cut-up and edited video. There were a total of 19 points where ambiguous images were inserted into the timeline. Specifically, Shibuya 107, the space shuttle, black and white photos from World War II, the face of Fukuzawa Yukichi, completely bland and inoffensive images. Also, the image quality was terrible, full of static. If you remove the static from the images and correct their levels, you found something weird in them? Of course not. Really? They were all just regular images. But there was something strange in the film. Not the images, but the film. What do you mean? At first, the analysis team. Oh, I didn't mean like a special police team or a dedicated research organization or anything like that. For some reason, Frau blushes and squirms around. They're just the human garbage that gathered together for the festival. Naturally, the analysis team focused on the subliminally inserted images at first, but that was a trap. So, the leaked footage was 120 FPS. FPS. The amount of frames per second, right? Gilbellet, for example, runs at 60 FPS. 120 FPS is too smooth, too moist, how indecent. Save that for the eroge. No perverted illusions, please. Anyway, hyper-smooth videos like that are pretty rare. And it's pointless making an anime with a frame rate that high. Yeah, as far as I'm aware, that regular frame rate for anime is 24 FPS. It is not necessary for Rogue to run 120 FPS. I don't know. I have nothing to add to that. The existing episodes of Gun Barrel aren't that smooth. So, then why was the leaked final episode running 120 FPS? Beats me. Because each frame is shorter compared to a video running at 60 FPS SMH. 120 FPS, each frame is only shown for about 0.007 seconds. That's short. I'm not sure I could deal with that even if I used slow-mo.
その 0.007
It
秒
was
に
hidden in
隠
that
されてたんだ。
0.007 seconds.
何が
What was?
さらなるサブリミナル
Another
効果。
subliminal message.
は
Kai sound. Another.
さっきの福
The
沢諭
images
吉
I
とか
mentioned before,
渋谷
like you,
107とかの
yeah,
サブ
the
リミナル
head
映像は
Yakuichi
4フレームあった
Fuzukawa
わけ
and
だが、
Shibuya 107 were about 4 frames long.
その4
So,
フレの中の
what
1
happens
フ
if one
レ
of
に
those
さ
4
らなる
frames
謎の
contained
画像が
another
含まれていた
mysterious
としたら、
image?
そうなの
Was there one?
ただでさえノイズだら
The
けの
images were already
4
full
フ
of
レしかない
static,
画像の
but
中
since it
に
was one frame
1フレ
hidden
だ
in
け
4,
紛れ込んで
nobody
いるから
notices for several
気
days.
づくのに数日かかった。で、そっちの
So
さら
that
に隠
extra
されて
hidden
た画
image
像
ended
は
up being
ます
even
ます
more
意味不明だ
strange.
ったけん。それではご覧いた
Take
だ
a
こう。
look. Frau shows me the image on her Pokecom screen.
これが
This is the
問題の画
image
像
in
です。
question.
廃墟の家の中
An
の
image of
画
the
像。
inside of some ruined house.
場所は特定されてない。
Its location isn't specified.
全国1000件以
Even
上の廃
maniacs
墟を
from
体験した
aggregator
マニア
sites who
もまとめサイ
search
トに
through
登
over
場
a
したんだけ
thousand
ど、わ
abandoned
かんねえっ
houses
て。
nationwide have no clue where it is.
じゃあここで手
So,
詰まり
is this a dead end?
だがちょっと待ってほ
Not
しい。
quite. Hold on.
ここ見て。
Look at this. It's the image of the ruined house. Frau points to a white wall. B.
この模様を見て。
What do you
どう
think
思った？
about this pattern? B.
違和感ある
Feels out of place.
模様だけ
It was
後
added
から
into
画
the
像に構成
photo
されてた
after
ん
the
だ。
fact. Interesting.
で、この模様
Wouldn't
が
it be crazy if
アル
this
ファベット
pattern
に見え
resembled
た
the
らやばくない？
alphabet? It's a B! Alphabet.
歪んだ B に
It looks like
見
a
えなく
distorted
も
B.
ない
It doesn't look that distorted to me, but I digress.
正解。指
Correct.
ペロペロさ
Let
せ
me
ろ。
lick your fingers.
変態は近寄らない
Away, pervert, away!
サブリミナル
There
映
was
像
an
の
additional
中に
18 images
さら
hidden
に
in
隠
the
れてた
initial
画
set
像
of
が他に
subliminal
18
messages.
枚あったわけだが、それも
There
全
were
部
all
同じ廃
images
墟
from
の画像っ
inside
ぽくて、
ruin-like locations.
どの画像にも
And
似た
every
ような
image had similar
変形させ
distorted
られたアルファ
alphabet
ベット
letters
が書
chopped
き
into
加えられ
them.
てた。
それを全部並べ
Do
た
they
ら
form
意
some
味のあ
kind
る
of
文章
message?
それはない。
Nope, not at all. Huh.
そもそも
They don't even
文章
form
ですらなかった
words.
し。
Frau taps away at her Pokecom and displays the next image.
はいこれ。
Here, look.
ちなみに順番
But
は
by the way,
最終
you
話の
reverse the
冒頭か
order
ら
of the
終わりまで
subliminal
に
images
サ
that
ブリミナル
appear
画像
from
が
start
差し
to
込まれ
finish
て
in
いた
the
順番、
episode.
その逆順。
逆か
First
かなり
then,
回りくどい
this is
こと
also
してるな
convoluted.
でこのアル
So,
ファベットは
what
結
did
局なん
those
だ
alphabet letters form?
パスワード。
A password.
どこの
For what? Let's hear that Frau go silent.
コナちゃん
Kona-chan?
っていうかさ、
I seriously didn't think they'd be able to find something like this.
私さ
The
知ら
dark
ない
past,
よ
even
関
I
係
had
し
no idea about. Dark past, huh? Frau said something like that before. But what exactly is she referring to?
小郡南の
Kogori Minami's dark past.
つうか古郡
I guess
南の
Furugori
黒歴史。
Minami's. Kogori Minami. She was the director of the Gun Barrel anime. And her real name is Furugori Minami. Frau's mom.
もう20年以
She
上
had a
放置され
personal
てた
homepage
個人
that
の
had
ホー
been
ムペー
left
ジがあった
abandoned
わ
for
けだが、
abandoned for over 20 years now.
コナちゃんのお母
Your
さん
mom did? Frau nods.
まだコミ
A
マで
homepage
同人
she
誌を作
created
ってた
back when
女
she
子高
was
生時
still
代
in
のマ
high
マが
school,
作った
including
本で、
doujinshi for Komima.
ちなみに訪
By
問
the
者
way,
数は
when the
発
site
見
was
された時点
located,
で
there had only
延べ
been about
700
700 total visitors.
今は
Now, with
ま
all
と
the
めサイト
traffic
の
from
連中が押しかけ
aggregator
たんで
sites,
カウンタ
the
ーも
counter
割りま
just
くってる
keeps
けど
going up and up.
当時描いた
It
イラスト
contains
とか
illustrations
漫
and
画とか
manga
が
she
載って
drew
た
at the
り
time,
乙女ポエム
even
があっ
some
た
girly poems.
よく残ってたね
I'm surprised it's all still there.
それは
It's a
私に
mystery
も
to
謎
me too.
普通リンク切り
Normally
にな
by
ってな
now,
いと
it'd be a
おか
dead
しい
link. It's weird.
使用料とか
Who
誰が
has
払って
always
たん
who has been paying the usage fees? Wait a second. Something about this seems familiar. That's right. The Minamitane Community Center. That place has been abandoned for years, and yet it still has running electricity. The bill is being paid by a company in Tokyo that owns it. There's something fishy about all this.
あと交流用の
There was
掲示
also
板
a
とかもあ
message
った
board.
でそ
Th-
の
There
掲
were
示板
about 80 posts on
80
there.
くらいコメントが書き込んであって
最新の書き込み
What
は
was the most recent one?
2019年
March
3月
2019.
じゃあそこにお母
Did
さん
your
の
mom
書き込
write
みが
anything there?
そらそうよ
Of
ほとん
course.
どが
Pretty much all of the
古通り
posts were
南
made by
20年前
Gurugori
に書き込ま
Minami
れたものだけど
20 years
な
ago.
2019年の
The one
書
from
き込みは
2019 was
スパムだった
banned
し
though.
なんだ
I
期待
should
し
have
て
known
損した
better.
ただ
However,
その掲示板の
there was just one post on the
57番目
board,
の書き込み
number
だけ
57.
古郡南
It
じゃな
was
く
written
て
by Kogori Minami rather than Furuguro
書き込まれ
Minami.
てた書き込み日時
It
は
was posted
2015年
October 4th, 2015.
頑張れる最終話
2 weeks
の
after
放
the
映が中止され
cancellation of
た
the final gun barrel episode. I nervously gulp.
ママが消えてから
2 weeks after Mama disappeared.
15年クラッシュ
11 days after the crash of 15.
11日後
The crash of 15? What does that have to do with this?
ちなみに
By the way,
私の
my real
本名
name,
は
Kona.
コナ
In
数
Japanese,
字だと
you can read it as 57, right? I guess.
誰がうまいこと言え
It's so perfect. It makes me sick. How these things all relate depends entirely on what Frau says next.
いいから
Just
続きを
continue.
話してよ
たその小郡南の
Kogori
書き込みに
Minami's post contained a
URL が
link,
貼られてた直輪じゃなくて
not a direct
わざわ
link.
ざ先頭の
The
エ
H at the
ッチの文
beginning
字を
was
抜いた状
removed.
態であとはわかるな
I'm sure you got the rest.
わからない
I actually don't.
その URL の
The
ページは
URL leads to a
パスワー
password
ドの
input
入力画面
screen.
だったんだよなんだって
But what?
入力文字数は
The input looks about 19 characters long. No matter how you slice it, thank you very much.
例のサブリミナル
The
映像
letters from the last
19個のア
episode?
ルファベットか
パスワードを入力し
After
て出て
entering
き
the
たのは
password,
コンテ
there's a
用紙に
message
書か
from
れた
Mama written
マ
on
マ
the
の
storyboard
メッセー
paper.
ジ
The pic.
それをキャプった画像
Don't tell me it was her last will and testament.
何が書いてあった
What was written on it? How about seeing for
直接
yourself?
見れば
Frau shows me her Pokecom screen again. It's a note scrawled on storyboard paper. It says, Gun Feral is a brainwashing device. Propaganda. There will be multiple terrorist attacks around the world at the same time a solar storm hits. I fled in order to prevent it. They still exist. Everyone's dead. Someone stop them. Project Autumn isn't over. I find it interesting that it's written in English. No way.
これは
This can't
こ
be.
んなこと
It can't.
プロジェクト
Project Autumn.
あて
Frau starts breathing heavily again as she speaks. That's right. It's written right there. It's the same. The exact same as the Kimijima reports.
それが何なのかは
That's the big
謎すぎる
mystery.
とりあえず
It makes you
空を
want to fly
越えて
across the
ララ
sky.
ラみたい
La
な
la la. Frau. No, I get it. Frau's anticlimactic reaction is because I still haven't told her what I know about Project Adam from the Kimijima reports. Project Adam. It's part of the Human Domestication Project, designed to use a solar storm to kill 5 billion people. Project Adam is supposed to go down in 2015, and Kokoro Minami fled in order to stop it. Is that it? Gunfarrel is a brainwashing tool? Brainwashing. My mind immediately jumps to the Tavistock Institute. Are you telling me that they had a hand in the creation of a Gunfarrel? Then that would mean that they had some endgame in mind for brainwashing people. That's absurd. It lines up too perfectly with what's written in the Kimijima reports. I can't brush it off. Is this a trap? Is someone setting a trap for me? But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who knows about the Kimijima reports in all of Japan. Plus, if I lay such a complex trap just for me, all they'd have to do is seal my mouth, is just kill me, much like they did with Kimijima-ko. Does that mean there are other people like me who have picked up on this, and this is just a diversion? I don't know. There's no way to know. This could just be me overthinking it. The one thing is clear. Kimijima-ko and Kogori Minami. These two share multiple connections. They both fled from someone or something. They both came to Tanegashima. They both died mysteriously. Well, in Kogori Minami's case, vanished. And they both accused the Tavistock Institute of being involved in a conspiracy.
逆にかぶり
It
す
all
ぎでし
lines
ょ
up too perfectly. I doubt this is simply a coincidence. If this isn't some trap, that means they're both telling the truth. Massive worldwide terrorism accompanying the solar storm, with the deaths of 5 billion people. I'm covered in cold sweat. And I suddenly realize my throat is bone dry. I pop open the fruit sour melon I brought with me and chug it. Kogori Minami's hidden message just made the Kimijima reports that much more credible. This is on a completely different level than when the final episode of Gunfarrel leaked. That's right, this isn't just some conspiracy theory anymore. Kimijima-ko wasn't just writing delusions. Unless... The Committee of 300 and the Tavistock Institute actually have a grand plan. Even now, in 2019, Project Adam is still trucking along. They still exist. Project Adam isn't over. I can't help but read over those hastily scrawled letters over and over. I need to hurry and find the rest of the Kimijima reports. I've given up on collecting them all after seeing how absurd number 5's flags were, but no longer. While I sit here, they're out there, fast-tracking the end of the goddamn world. I glance at Frau. She's still grinning, gazing down at her Pokécon. I have no idea what's so funny.
これが
Is there any proof that this is for sure a message from your mom?
コンテ用紙には
The storyboard paper had Mama's signature,
あとコン
and
テ
the
用紙も
storyboard paper was the kind she always used.
それにこの字は
And that was definitely her handwriting.
ママの字は
Mama's handwriting is terrible.
幼稚園児が
You
裸
make
足で逃げ出すレ
kindergartners
ベル
deathly scared. Seriously, what's so funny?
お母さんの手がかり
So
が
you
少し
finally
は
found
つか
some
めた
clues
わけだ
related to your mom.
この手がかりから
Do you think
お母
they'll
さんの
help you
居場所を
find her?
特定できそう
できるわけないよ
Obviously not. Why does she seem so calm about this? Why isn't she more frantic? Frau keeps joking around about everything. It's almost like she doesn't think much of her own mom. I just don't understand you, Kojiro Frau. Or should I say, Furugori Kono.
ただ
However,
こういう時の
I will say that the
祭り参加者
info
どもの
gathering
情
skills
報
of
収
this
集能
festival's
力の異常
participants have been abnormal.
私さえ知らなかったの
Even
だ
I
ぜ
didn't know that she left
ママが
behind a
4年前
message like that 4
失踪
years
した
ago
後であん
after
な
she
コメント残し
vanished.
てたなんてだから
That's
その
why I'm
きっと
sure
全部
we'll all be
さら
exposed
される
eventually.
今はまだ
Even
誰も
if
知らなく
nobody
ても
knows right now.
頑張れるのスタッフが
The fact that over
10
10
人以上
members
死
of
ん
the
でいるって
Gunveil
ことも
production
す
staff died
すぐ
will come to
バ
light
レる
pretty soon.
犯人は小
There'll
郡
be
に
at
なる
least
だけす
100
れ
deaths on Achiro
あとちゃんに
painting
100すれ
Kokori
は立つ
Minami as the perp.
これで
Then Gunveil will become a social phenomenon again for the first time in 4 years. The copies will start selling like hotcakes again.
私はボロ儲け
Easy
で
money.
飯を
Cry
出したの
harder,
よ
Gunveil haters. Oh boy. Cry harder. And that's something originating in the 2000s. Used to highlight enjoying someone else's suffering. Frau's as excitable as ever. Regardless of how negative the info is, she did get some new clues about her mom. Maybe this is her idea of optimism? Or maybe she's just an idiotic pervert with a busted personality. Both?
そんなことより
More importantly, Yashio
そもそも
senpai,
今日は
why did you
何の
come here
ここに来
today?
たん
Crap, that's right. I came here for a reason.
さては
I bet you're here to attack it, to take advantage of me while I'm hungry and weak.
ふざけるな
How dare you?
そもそも
But
男子のく
besides,
せに
boys shouldn't be
女子を襲
forcing
うという
themselves
発
on
想が
girls.
ま
It's
間違
wrong.
ってる男子たるもの
Boys should
男子を
force
襲うべ
themselves
き
on
なの
other boys.
上皇
SMH. What's she talking about? Better to not understand.
というわけでメガネ
That's right.
ロボ部の
Four
メガ
eyes.
ネを連
Bring
れてこ
Four
い
eyes here.
ヤシオ
Then 'I'll
先輩に
have
襲
him
わせる
force
から
himself on you.
早くしろ
Hurry
どう
up.
だっても
It'll be your
シャ
fault
ッ
if
ト
something happens. I'd be an idiot if I went along with this delusional pervert silliness, so we cut straight to the point.
俺がここに来たのは
I'm here on
部長
orders
命
from
令だ
Madam President.
コナちゃんに例の
I'm here to
ロボット
convince you to
起動
create
システム
Model
を
2's
作るよう
drive
に頼みに来た
system.
んだ
Frau hears my words and smiles happily.
などと意味
So
不明
he
な供
said,
述をして
delivering his confusing testimony.
いや普通に意味通
No,
じるでしょ
I'm pretty sure nothing about that was confusing.
お前がそう思うのは
Sure,
そう
if you say so. In your own mind, that is. I guess she has no intention of hearing me out. Whatever, I figured it'd turn out like this. Oh boy.
じゃあ行ってくるね
Alright, we're heading out. Oh, wait. No, I don't have to reply to Twippos yet. I'll look at them though. Anyway, because they're there. I didn't even think that I'd been going to Robotics Club with S-kun 6 months ago. I don't know about you, but I think S-kun got a lot more mellow. I don't know about you, but I think Doc got a lot more mellow. It's a good thing that you get along now, though. Winning both S-kun and Doc to your side means you're amazing, Aki-chan. I'll go with that one. Played a quick 30-min, 7-1. I guess it's time to send them off. This morning I received a birthday gift from my younger daughter. It's kind of made me shy. Seeing her so shy as she handed me the gift, I teared up. Makes me feel like I aged a bit. It's nice because girls are so thoughtful. Boys are usually a little rough and don't care about the details, so I haven't received a gift before, but I still love my son, of course. Kaido-kun is an amazing goku man, always looking out for her daughter. I'm sure he's acting shy toward his own father. You know, because I was like that when I was young. Old men getting along. on Twitter. These days, Akiho and Subaru seem to go to the robot clinic every day after school. How cute. And as always, Jun and I are the ones to see them off. This has become a frequent occurrence. Kai, don't slack off just because I'm not around. Make sure you help June. And of course, Haki always says something along those lines before leaving. And I always truck when she does. The usual archetype. Once they leave, my free time begins. Huh? Yasha-kun? You aren't going to the hangar? Sorry, I have some business at school. I'll meet up with you later, so you can start on your own. Business? Are you some sort of council member? There's nothing like that. It's personal business. Folks don't like people who pry too much. By folks, I mean me. Huh? I prefer if you kept liking me. Right, so go and get started on your mocap stuff. Okay. And give Juna a little push on the back and get her to leave. Juna's been practicing constantly for the mocap as of late. Frau took no time programming us some motion capture software. But she's being really stubborn when it comes to the drive system. Is it that much of a pain in the ass? Even Subaru's getting nervous about it getting done before February. Plus, once Frau starts on something, she keeps working until she finishes. No breaks. If this might take up to a month, what will happen to Frau? She could potentially work herself to death. Frau might be thinking the same thing. I'll explain why she's been trying to dodge us. Either way, Juna's mocap work is still just in the practice phase. Model 2 hasn't been assembled yet, so it's too early to come up with actions that match each joint's range of motion. Some are proposing to make a functional 3D model, but it takes time to create. Plus, Frau would have to make it for us. So, with no way to simulate anything, we're on hold just until we finish the real deal. In other words, the schedule's going to be tight. That being said, as the operator, there's nothing I can do about any of this. No point in worrying. I don't feel too guilty over ditching club activities for personal business. Heidi-chan, come on out. Hi! Yes? My art girl happily trots out after I call for her. The weather tomorrow, November 19th for Tanegashima and Yakushima, Kagoshima Prefecture will be clear. Hare desho. Air temperature, high of 21 degrees Celsius, low of 13 degrees Celsius. You should bring a long sleeve jacket to wear at night. Thanks for the oh so valuable advice. I immediately tap on Irie and switch her to Sister Centipede.
Access
Access confirmed. Switching to Sister Centipede mode. I want to avoid talking to Ida at school if at all possible. There are lots of people around, so there's no there's no telling who's watching. If someone caught wind of this, they'd probably raise a stink about ghosts or something. But right now, I have no choice but to summon her at school. First, let's see how everything's looking. Can you check again if I completed all the flags for report number 5? I checked last night and this morning, but I want to be sure. Flag completion for Kimijima report number 5 is as follows. 1. Discover Kimijima report number 4. Note from Sister Centipede. Flag number 1 has been completed. 2. Run from point A to point B on the runway of the old Tanegashima airport in under 5 minutes. Note, completed. You actually did it? No way. For some reason, the flags for report number 5 are all based on physical activities. But thanks to my condition, I have 0 physical ability to speak of. That's why I gave up at the end of September. But after seeing Kokori Minami's warning, I can't afford to sit on my ass anymore. I have to get them all. My main issue is flag number 2. Running from point A to point B of the runway means going from end to end. That's about 1600 meters. For the record, my 1500 meter dash marathon time at junior high PE was over 7 minutes. Not only was this 100 meters longer, but unlike a school field, the runway is on a slope. This would be impossible for me. But after thinking it over, I decided to drive from one end to the other on my scooter. If it works, it works. It took me about a minute or so. Afterward, I took a shot in the dark and checked with Sister Centipede. Guess what? Flag complete. Talk about lucky. 3. Do a lap on a marathon track at Nakatane Central Athletic Park in under 60 seconds. No, completed. Seeing how my exploit for flag number 2 worked, that automatically made clearing number 3 simple. I got in trouble if I drove around on my scooter, so I forcefully borrowed a bike from a classmate to use instead. My time came in at just a little under 30 seconds. Flag complete. Ida and Sister Centipede have been really lax about this whole thing. It's been a huge help. 4. Get a bullseye on the target at the Chiwo Tanegashima Haikyudo Club Dojo. No, completed. Thus, the hardest one ended up being flag number 4. How's that hard? Just stand literally right next to it. I asked the Kyudo Club to lend me a bow, but they totally refused. I get it. Who'd let a rando 3rd year, one of the problematic robotics club use a bow? I sure wouldn't. It also didn't help that the Kyudo Club's advisor is the vice principal herself. In the end, I utilized the Passion Accord to locate an old Kyudo Club member and borrow their bow for a day. I then waited for the club to finish practice, snuck into the bow range, and shot arrows 2 meters from the target. After about an hour, I finally hit the center of the target and completed the flag. It already turned to night by then. He could have just taken the arrow and stabbed it in the bullseye. That's all I have to say to this. I basically cheated on all but flag number 1. A win's a win, though personally I'm not a fan of these kinds of tactics. And so that brings us to today. All 4 flags have been completed. The AR annotation for Kimijima Report number 5 has been made visible. And you're thinking somewhere on campus? Correct. Please find it as soon as possible. Wait, don't tell me other people can see it too. No, that's only visible to people who have completed the flags. Then what's the hurry? Just then, I hear some girl snickering from a short ways away. I turn around to find 3 girls in the hall looking at me and laughing for some reason. When they notice that I've spotted them, they hurry away. They probably think I'm some weirdo who talks to his Pokecon. See, this is why I didn't want to summon Idri at school. You could be on a phone call, to be fair to yourself, Kaido. Sister Centipede's right. Let's get this over and done with. Find the report, move on. There should be a power mark AR annotation for the Kimijima report somewhere at school. I gotta find it. Okay, just making sure the guide says nothing about finding the report. Yeah, okay, school entrance. This is the front gate of the school. Could the Kimijima report be here? Yes. It should be. Wait. Top left. Slightly right to the middle of flagpole. There are 3 flagpoles. Oops. Zooming in. Not seeing anything. Oh, saw that change. Just in the sky, normal things. Geotag number 69, nice. Kimijima report number 5 has been downloaded. I'm not gonna be able to focus and read it here. Time to switch locations. I slip into the club room and plop down on the round chair. You appreciate lurkers? I still should at least say hi, you know, let you know that I exist. Now then, let's take a look-see at this report. Kaido sound. Shit, I'm nervous. My finger trembles a little as I navigate my Pokecom's menus. What am I so scared of? I force a smile to mask my own fear. The first time I saw one of these Kimijima reports, I wanted to laugh at what it said. But now, I'm surprised at the fact that I can't laugh it off anymore. I open the report. Here we go. With the increase in solar activity, it will become possible, particularly in low-altitude regions, to observe the aurora worldwide, shifting HARP into the public eye. HARP, of course, refers to the High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. By irradiating high-power electromagnetic waves, this program researches activity and the effects on wireless communication through simulation of the ionosphere. However, the unmistakable fact that the US Army is a part of this military project, in quotes, is a mere reason as to why HARP has not been cleared of suspicion. Ever ridiculous thoughts, which perhaps incidentally approach the core goals of HARP, have been shared worldwide by conspiracy theorists. For example, there's a theory that by irradiating electromagnetic waves from the strength of 1 trillion watts, you can sign the weather, control minds, and even generate artificial earthquakes. As another example, there's a theory that interfering with the ionosphere may generate a high-energy laser weapon capable of attacking each and every city. This myriad of ridiculous theories crafted from verbose imaginations overshadow the alarm bell, which is the one of original truth. And the consolidation of every theory results only in their mockery with thoughts of, what in the world are you talking about? But do not be misled. There's a high possibility that all these absurd theories have been forged by Tavistock, with the intent of employing them as clever camouflage. They will create a forest to hide a simple tree. That is the way of the Tavistock Institute, the oldest trick in the book of propaganda. First and foremost, it's obvious that HARP, which ostensibly irradiates the ionosphere with electromagnetic waves, was not meant to target the Earth itself. But that is not all. HARP's very nature was converted to when NASA and the Committee of 300 received the probe results from the Ulysses project. Perhaps it would be easier to understand if I said it became a part of Project Autumn. The surface temperature of the Sun is about 6,000 degrees Celsius, yet the solar corona is heated to several million degrees Celsius, radiating from the solar surface into the solar magnetosphere. Around the year 2007, the principle of this heating was determined to be the magnetic right connection phenomenon. In other words, given the close proximity of the north and south poles of the Sun, the opposing magnetic field lines of the Sun's surface and the above corona come in contact, resulting in an extraordinarily unstable state. Both the magnetic field lines have the tendency to connect and grow shorter, at which time extreme amounts of energy are released at upward of tens of thousands of degrees Celsius. This magnetic reconnection is happening frequently not only on the solar surface, but on the solar magnetosphere as well. Born from magnetic reconnection, explosive phenomena in outer space will be frequent occurrences, especially during the maximum period of activity ending in 2020. But this distant danger is not one to avert our eyes from. The solar magnetosphere is closely related to the geomagnetic sphere. Magnetic reconnection in the solar magnetosphere has profound effects on the geomagnetosphere. Solar storms perform the role of carrying the sun's atmosphere and plasma to the geomagnetic sphere in the form of high-speed jet streams. Should the plasma collide with the geomagnetic sphere, it is possible for a magnetic reconnection phenomenon to occur. It is imperative to understand that the aurora is also generated by the energy created from the heat and acceleration of the plasma. Should this magnetic reconnection, namely magnetic sphere substorm, occur within the geomagnetic sphere, the Earth will sustain critical damage far beyond the capabilities of any normal solar storm, damage large enough to drive all of humanity toward collapse. Project Adam is a deplorable plan capable of artificially inducing these conditions, and HARP is merely a single gear in its machinations. Human hands may not be able to harness the power of the gigantic sun, but within the geomagnetic sphere, anything is possible. At least that is what the Committee of 300 believes. Oh fucking boy. Agreed. I can't even understand half of it. I mean, half of it is geomagnetic sphere. Sister Centipede, can you summarize this for me? With the sun entering a period of maximum activity, Earth's magnetic sphere has become unstable as well. Using that, the committee is attempting to artificially induce a phenomenon, not unlike a solar corona in the magnetic sphere. Well, that doesn't sound ideal. Wow, I totally get it now. Well done. Thank you very much. Using the sun's abnormal activity, that can cause an explosion that occurs near the sun, only near Earth instead. It really is like the final episode of a gun barrel. According to Golgori Minami's warning, the Gun Barrel anime was propaganda made with the assistance of the Tavistock Institute. What exactly were they trying to make people think? Watching Gun Barrel never resulted in me getting any ideas.
これ
And this needs to be made public.
やばいよ
This is bad.
もし
If
書
what's
かれて
written
る
here
こと
is
が本当
true,
なら
humanity's
人類が
screwed.
滅んじゃうわけで
I never thought I'd say those words out loud and mean it. This sort of unreal craziness was supposed to be limited to movies and anime. I mean, fiction is filled with these sorts of apocalyptic scenarios. So, now that humanity's in trouble for real, I can't help but think that this is a movie or something. None of this feels real. It doesn't seem possible. No matter how many times I've been warned. Even after a solar storm unleashed its fury on North America. Even with that bizarre aurora hovering in the sky above the island. None of it feels real. If I publicize the reports, people will laugh them off as conspiracy theory nonsense like I did at first. Who would believe some random high schooler going public with this kind of info? Hell, it's more than likely that I'll become the laughingstock of the world. Maybe I should wait and see for a bit. If I went public with this and things got crazy, I'd have even less time to game. Priorities. Sister Centipede, give me the flag info for the next Kimijima report. Downloading unlock conditions, flags, to make Kimijima report number 6 AR annotation visible. Download complete. The flags for report number 6 are as follows. 1. Discover Kimijima report number 5. Note from Sister Centipede. Flag number 1 has already been completed. 2. Record a highest score on Jackson Masuda's tracking and communication center satellite tracking game. 3. Gather 100 lost golf balls at the Cosmo Resorts golf course. 4. Ride a wave for 3 or more seconds on a geotagged surfboard. That is all. Really now? This guy wants me to go surfing at this time of the year? To be fair, he has no way to control when you're going to search for the reports, buddy. Not to mention, I've never surfed in my entire life. I'm the most amateur of amateurs. Stop assuming that every dude on Tanegashima could surf. Ah, good grief. I can't be burning time like this. What the hell was Kimijima-ko thinking when he came up with such annoying flags? Blech. Did he even care about this info getting out? I'm extremely irritated. Oh boy. Akiho POV. At least I'm guessing Akiho POV. Yeah, Akiho POV. Doc! Jin was told about an explosion at the robot clinic during 6th period class that day. Fortunately, we were relieved to hear that nobody was seriously injured, but an explosion is still no small matter. Thus, together with Jin and Subaru, Kai said he had business at Frau's Bo's place, I rushed over to the clinic. Yo, you came? Doc is acting like nothing at all happened. What? I heard there was an explosion. You're completely okay? What, to go tell you? What a big mouth. Doc clicks his tongue, then scoffs. Please, I ain't gonna make mistakes that get me hurt.
でも
But
爆発は
there
起
was
きた
some
んです。
explosion, right? What
Nani?
happened? At the very least, there are no holes in the walls or ceiling.
モノポールが爆
Did
発
the monopole explode? No, it's right here.
爆発したのは
The monopole isn't what exploded.
じゃあ何？
And then what's it?
いろいろ試してる
I was testing some things, and I got a bit careless with fire. Oh, fucking boy.
まあ大したことはね
Anyway, it wasn't a big deal. I was working outside, so the store is fine soon.
あの程度の爆発
Don't be making a fuss over a little explosion here and there. Sounds to me like you made plenty of mistakes. I can't believe it. June is still standing at the store entrance, listening from a distance. She's trembling and holding back tears. Well, she seems really upset. You don't see her with such an expression too often.
おじいちゃん、
Grandpa,
私
I was super worried.
したんだよ。
No.
そうか
No. I didn't know June came here
そう
too.
だったか
病み上がりなんだか
And you only just recovered.
らあんまり
Don't push yourself so hard.
もう
You're right. Sorry for making you worry, June.
だがよ
It's just, this is my passion. It's been a long time since my remodeler's blood
改
burned
造
like
屋の血が
this.
騒ぐのさちょっとぐらい冒険しねえと
I need to get a little adventurous if I'm going to work on something like a monopole. This is new territory.
未知の物質なんだからな俺は種子島が
I'm prepared for all of Tanegashima to go boom. I ain't got no regrets.
いやそこはしてください。
Please feel free to regret more. Makes seem like you care now.
死ぬ覚悟ができてねえ
If you ain't ready to die for this, take the monopole and hide it under some mountain. Don't ever think of it again.
二度と思い出すんじゃね
I have the monopole on my mind constantly.
えおばぶ
It's you guys at the Robotics Club that wanted to use the monopole in the robot.
俺はそれに乗っ
And I'm just doing what was asked of me.
ただから命がけで
And
やっ
that's
て
why
ん
I'm
だ
putting
よ
my life on the line for it.
お前らに死
I'm
ねと
not telling you to
いうつもりは
die,
ねえが
but you need to at least have that much
決
determination.
めとけ
おじいちゃん
Grandpa.
すまねえジュン
Sorry, June.
俺は
This is just who I am.
なんでなだがもちろん
But don't get me wrong, I don't plan on kicking the old bucket.
まだまだ若い
I ain't gonna
奴
lose
ら
to
に
you
は負け
kids
や
just
しねえよ
yet. Luck is definitely way livelier than he was before the surgery.
でドク
So, Doc,
モノポール
is there really a
爆
chance
発
of the
する可能性
monopole
って
exploding? Oh, look, it's perfectly secured. It even has googly eyes glued on it.
いや
Nope. Doc shrugs his shoulders.
とりあえずぶった切って
And I
みた
casually
んだな
tried chopping at it, but it was fine. And here, Spooky was scolding me for wanting to put googly eyes on the monopole.
とりあえずって
Casually.
あのモノ
Um,
ポール
so what exactly is a monopole? I'm glad you asked, June. The answer is the ultimate pet rock.
だが
But I did learn something pretty interesting.
分かったぜ
That it looks great with googly eyes. You are so right, Vegeta-san.
みんな
Please, take a look. It's glorious. Doc carefully places something on the counter.
これは
This is... It's a small bottle. Inside of it is some sort of blackish powder. It looks like gunpowder, but it's actually the monopole ground to dust, basically. How dare you? It's the ultimate pet rock! He opens the lid of the bottle and pours the powder onto a white sheet of paper. Strangely enough, there's some sort of rainbow-colored smoke faintly visible. It glitters and shines. It's beautiful. Show it to us then.
触っても大丈夫なんですか？
Is it safe to touch?
チリッとするくらいだな。
It'll just tingle a bit.
若干熱を持って
It has a little heat.
やけど
Not
する
enough
ほ
to
どじゃ
burn
ね
you
えな
though. It's not just me. Everyone has gone quiet upon seeing this strange substance. Amateurs like us shouldn't be messing with this stuff. I almost feel guilty about it. Me treading God's domain.
ですか？
何気取った言い
Oh,
方してやがる
please. Enough melodrama.
別に
No, I'm not being melodramatic.
こいつは言ってみりゃ
If anything, you just say that heaven has blessed us with its treasures. Yeah, the ultimate pet rock, and then you ground it to a fine powder. Who's being melodramatic now? Well, who cares? Either way, I'm the one who asked him to look into this. Which means I'm the one who needs to plant my feet on this.
ドク
Doc,
ドク
from your point of view,
このモノポール
what do you think of this thing?
ありのまま
Be
話してほしい
honest.
の危ないのか
Is
危
it
なくないのか
dangerous?
使え
Can
るの
it
か
be used?
使えないのか
Doc then narrows his eyes and stares straight at me.
ド
Um,
ク
Doc?
今のお前の目
Those eyes of yours.
姉にそっ
Right now,
く
they
りだっ
look
たぜ
just like your sisters. Huh?
そう
Really?
あ
Yeah.
あ血は
I guess you
争
two
えねえ
really
な
are sisters. For some reason, Doc seems happy. Heck, I'm happy that he said I remind him of Big Sis. I mean, I know I still have a long way to go before I can stand shoulder to shoulder with her. But still, hearing that is enough for now.
たぎってきた
I'm getting fired up.
まあ結論
Well,
を出
I
す
won't
の
have a
は
conclusion until I
実
actually
際にモーターに
incorporated
ぶ
it
っ込
to
ん
a
でみ
motor
て
and see the
効果を
results.
見てからだろうな
Luck explains how he'll compress the powdered monopole into a core, then wrap a coil around it to make a magnet.
電動式モーターに使え
If we
る
can
な
use
ら
it for an
ホビ
electric
ーロボ
motor,
のノウハウ
Hobby
が
Robot
運用できる
know-how
よ
will
ね
be really useful.
スバルそうでしょ
Right, Subaru?
ですね。
Indeed.
だったらフラウボーの負
And
担
then we
を
can reduce the load on Frau a little and...
それなら
Yesterday, Kaya wanted to try to talk her into helping us, but she refused, as expected. I bet she'd help if we made things a little easier on her. It's then that all our Pokécoms simultaneously let off their disquieting warning sound. Huh? A message?
いや俺
No,
の
my
ポケコン
Pokécom
も何や
rank
った
too.
の
緊急地震速報で
Is
しょう
it the
か？
earthquake early warning system? Subaru takes out his Pokécom faster than anyone and checks it out. Or checks it. Is Akio having an episode? Oh no. Then, the lights in the store suddenly start flickering over and over again irregularly.
Huh?
That's not good. Subaru immediately loses his usual composure. I can tell from his gaze that he's impatiently reading the text on his Pokecom screen.
どうしたの？
What's wrong? Subaru gulps loudly. He then looks up at us with an aghast expression on his face. It's a solar storm.
関東地方を
It hit Kanto
直撃した。
directly. Well, I don't think that's supposed to happen.
直撃？
Directly? As to what that actually meant, I couldn't even imagine at the time.
Yo, Aki-chan.
Yo, Aki-chan. Let me check some twips first, though, because those are definitely more important than whatever the fuck just happened, right? Surfing. That old man is really bad for your heart. I thought my chest was going to explode. Do you like women's breasts, big brother? How about ones that are underdeveloped? Are they acceptable even if they have no hope of growth? Most guys tend to like him bigger. Flat as justice, as it is written in the sacred texts. What are you saying? That's the one I'm more on board with, but unfortunately the correct answer is flat as justice, as is written in the sacred texts. Normal things. Sorry that Grandpa's causing trouble. No, it's not like I'm mad. Sorry making you feel bad. Glad Doc is okay. People of Tokyo, are you alright? I wonder what's going to happen to Tokyo. It might be as bad as the crash of 15 or even worse. At least Tanegashima is safe. This was expected to happen. Should have taken it serious. Man, I don't like any of these responses. I guess that one. I think it's getting worse for KB. I hope it's temporary. I messed up. But I'm not gonna just sit here and wait. I'm gonna keep going. If that solar storm hit a flying plane, would it crash? Are you okay? Don't worry, my lovely wife. Depending on the situation, then we'll cancel the flights tomorrow. Dad, I hope you're okay. I hope that whole ISS story is fake. A major solar storm hit the Kanto area. The capital has shut down. Same size as the crash of 15, or maybe even bigger. Twippo is lagging. Been loading forever. Makes me mad. My Pokecom is having problems and my apps just crash. Is it broken? How am I supposed to go home when there's a blackout? I don't know the streets. Oof. The college girl next to me threw her Pokecom to the ground because it wouldn't turn on. Hey, when is the blackout gonna end? When are the trains gonna start back up? Lots of people who can't go home. And there are too many people at this pitch black station. It's too crowded. Feels like I'm gonna fall off. I'm scared. It hurts. I want to leave the station but can't move. Help me. We knew that the trains aren't moving. Why are people still coming to the station? Accidents are happening left and right because there are no signal lights. This is a war zone. Are the people still driving this situation just stupid, or do they want to be murderers? This is not just in Tokyo. EU and China are having major issues too. Breaking news. There are 200 planes flying over the Kanto area and to area that we cannot contact. Danger of them crashing. Oof. If a plane crashes in Shibuya or Shinjuku, it's over. There's a chance that 3,000 satellites may be out of control. If the situation stays the same, Within a couple of hours, they will enter the atmosphere. The scraps will spread all over the world. The fire started at a building in Shinbashi. There's a rumor that a tanker exploded on the Bay Bridge and they closed it. They said there is a chance that the leaked fuel might melt the bridge. There's no fire at the Bay Bridge. Don't say random things. The servers and PCs at work went down. Everything is over. This is a nightmare. Tokyo locals who don't have a backup are really stupid. There's a chance that the backups are all screwed up too, idiot. The solar storm destroys all electronics. Doesn't matter if it's online or a standalone. Breaking news. The ATM in Mizuko Bank in Ueno is broken, and you can withdraw as much as you want. So many people came. It's falling like dominoes. Tokyo, Kanagawa, Chiba, Saitama are all pitch black from the blackout. It's the end of the world. Breaking news. ISS has exploded. Repeat, ISS has exploded. Please retweet. My husband works in the industrial area in Kawasaki. When I looked that way, the sky was red. Is there a major fire there? If anyone knows, please let me know. Kyushu area is A-okay, just that the Pokécom is a little laggy. Can't connect with my son in Tokyo. Exoskeleton Company HQ, located in Aoyama, is opening the first floor for people who can't get home. Please go there for help. Oof. Yeah, Aki-chan. After a day of doing our own things, poke my head into Akiho's room, and Madam President, my childhood friend, is sprawled out on her bed. She's staring at her Pokécom in set position. The screen says that there's a call to Big Sis in progress. Akio notices me enter, hangs up and sits out. Her outfit is so cute. Like it's silly, but it's cute. Kai, did you see on TV?
Yeah.
No, I got the general idea off of Net News and Twippo though. Layers for days. It is like November, so... Tokyo's crazy right now. So I hear. Akio's not doing so good. Well, I had a feeling she'd be like this. Any contact with Misane? No. The solar storm scored a direct hit on eastern Japan. Tokyo is experiencing major blackouts all over. The capital is pretty much entirely paralyzed. Aki-chan, got any candy? Yeah, I got one. There's a bag of space candy in her room. I take one out and pop it into my mouth. Tokyo's having blackouts, right? Then they say it take about 2 hours to restore things. What? I heard it'd be a week or more. Well, hold on. There's a huge difference between 2 hours and a week. Info is really all over the place. It's hard to tell what's true or not. They say calls aren't connecting because everyone is trying to contact their loved ones at once. But other places are saying it's because the base stations and switches are down from the blackout. If it's actually just too congested, you should be able to connect after waiting a little bit. But if the base stations are knocked out, it might take some time to get everything up and running again. I was watching the news, but it wasn't even being broadcast from Tokyo. It was from Osaka. Special news reports are always from Tokyo. Akio is looking at Trippo on her Pokécom as she exclaims, Kai, look! She beckons me over, and I sit next to her to look at her Pokécom. What is this? A screen cap? It's blank. It's not. This is a live broadcast. Now that you mention it, I can hear helicopter sounds.
ちゃんと東京
According
上
to
空
the
だって
captions,
テロップに
they're
出
over
てる。
Tokyo in a helicopter.
東京上空
This is over Tokyo.
これが
The entire screen is darkness. Pitch black. There's not a single light to be found anywhere. Akiko raises the video volume.
真っ暗です。
It's pitch black. Even Tokyo, which is often called the sleepless city, has not a single light left to illuminate it. The reporter is nearly screaming.
本来であれば
Usually, businessmen commute home at this hour, with restaurants and the like lighting up the night sky. We're looking at, possibly a residential area. Several homes appear to be burning, lighting the area. The 14 million residents of Tokyo are somewhere in this darkness, anxiously waiting for power to be restored. Even our island is brighter than this.
今回の太陽嵐
People are saying the storm might have been stronger
夏のアメリ
than
カ
the
の
one
や
that
つよ
hit
り
America
強
during
力
the
だったかも
summer.
って話が
Akiko mutters, startling me. I think back on the Kimijima reports. If Project Adam were to fail in 2015, the next major solar storms are predicted to arrive in 2019 and 2020. After that, the sun will enter a period of stability for a short while. In other words, this period of maximum solar activity is a convenient trigger for the Committee of 300. It will not be an incorrect assumption to say that for the next decade, Earth will be a favorable testing ground for the Committee of 300. Large-scale solar storm in 2019. There was that one in summer, so I wrote it off and thought we were safe. But you're telling me this one was stronger? The one that hit the NA West Coast in the summer caused riots in cities. It took over a month for things to settle. And because of that, I can't help but be concerned that Tokyo is in danger. Plus, it's the metropolis with the highest population in the world, the heart of our government and economy. Tokyo is 30% of Japan's entire population. Yeah, Tokyo also is like the highest grossing city too. Second being New York, but there's like a large gap too. If you want more Tokyo facts, just ask me, because I did a Tokyo presentation in my Japanese class. What's going to happen now that Tokyo's paralyzed?
ねえカイ
Hey,
お
Kai,
姉ちゃん
Big Sis is going to be okay,
だよね
right? Nakiko is uneasy, but I don't have the words to comfort her. After all, there's no way for us to get accurate info on Tokyo from all the way over here. I personally tried calling Misane several times, but she didn't pick up. It feels unreal. How many times have I felt this sensation since the year began? Sure, the news says that Tokyo has been hit by citywide blackouts, and that all functionality has ceased. But to us in Tanegashima, looking at this mess of info, it all just seems so distant. No, blah 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 blah. We can't even imagine how the people in Tokyo feel right now, how they're getting through tonight. Tokyo is too far away. Oh, Frau POV. Interesting. I thought it might have been a POV change, but I wasn't 100% sure. I feel sick. It's like the part of my stomach below my navel is filled with sludge. Sludge being slowly turned and twisted and kneaded about. This disgusting feeling has persisted for a day now. Half a day now. Half. Shit.
クソが
Someone's breathing really loudly. It's noisy and irritating. If you don't shut up this second, I'm gonna tear you to shreds with 100% of my power. Turns out that idiot in question is actually me. I wipe the greasy sweat from my forehead. The boys should be the only ones panting, in the delicious BL sort of way.
元気くん
Genki-kun, drink please.
ちょっとぐらい喉が渇いた
Thirst ain't no big deal. Let's overcome it with a blast of spirit.
気合で乗り切ろうぜ。
元気くんボットは
You
ミート状態
Genki-kun bot.
よし、わかった。
Alright, got it. We'll definitely meet again. Genki-kun poses snappily and disappears from my Pokecom screen.
カスが
Piece of shit.
元気くん
Genki-kun
ボットが
bot's uselessness makes me want to sue for compensation, said the girl who made him. I pick up a bottle of mineral water nearby and pour what little is left of it into my mouth. How's our water stock looking, Rosetta? There are no bottles left in the refrigerator. Let's take a walk and buy some along the way. I ignore Rosetta Bot's proposition and face my PC again. My vision is hazy. Have I been staring at my PC for too long? Nothing like this has ever happened before. On the monitor is that channel. With my sight this blurry, I can barely read what's on screen. It's been over 12 hours since the Tokyo blackouts, but things still aren't back to normal. Though apparently some areas have power again. But that's mostly places like factories, which have their own private power generators. Even electric companies don't have a firm grasp on which areas have power and which don't. Tokyo residents are desperately looking for ways to communicate, but the phone lines are overloaded. That channel is the only thing connecting me to Tokyo from Tanegashima, even if it's a very narrow source of info. Compared to 10 years ago, there are fewer users. During emergencies like this, it's much faster than regular news. Tippo's user base is too ignorant and gullible for it to be a reliable source of info. And they spread the trash like wildfire. It's so disgusting. It might as well be Sports Tokyo. That said, while not as bad as Tippo, that channel is full of junk too. What's fake? What's real? It's impossible for me to know for sure. Yet still, I desperately search for any real info regarding Tokyo on the message boards. I do my best to sift through the falsehoods, tracing sources and working my way back to original posters. If I can trace things back to their original sources, I should be able to figure out what's going on. Or so I thought for a time. But now, my brain is all but mush. I can't make out anything from all this noise. Just then, there's a sound from my Pokecom.
なんぞ
What?
メールが届きましたよ。
You have a message.
音読よろ
Read it aloud.
送信者
Sender, Yasuyoshi Kaido.
送
Sending time, November 19th, 2019, 6:58 a.m.
午前6時58分です。昨日電話したけど
I called yesterday, but you didn't pick up. Hence the message. I'm heading over this afternoon. We need to
部屋
talk.
に入れてほしい。話がある。
It sounds like the kind of message you'd send your ex.
テラチ
Tara self-conscious. What a virgin, Lamau.
頑張れる最終話を
It's about the warning message from Kurogori Minami that was discovered in Gunveil's last episode.
実はあれに似た
Something
内容が
similar was written in the
君島
Kimijima
レポートにも
reports.
書かれてあった
I gasp. I'm feeling nauseous all of a sudden. I can't help but cover my mouth with my hands. I barely managed to hold down the bile rising up in my throat.
その内容はこうだ
Here's what it said.
太陽嵐の到達
Wide-scale simultaneous terrorist activity will occur, taking advantage of the chaos caused by the storm.
そのテロの内容は
Apparently the terrorism is
どうやら
going to take the form of some sort of robot insurrection.
君のお母さんから
The warning from your mom isn't a prank or a simple conspiracy theory.
現実に
It
な
could
る
actually happen.
そんなわけで
So,
君の
I
お
want you
母
to
さ
tell
ん
me
に
whether you can,
もう少し
whatever you
詳
can
しく
about
聞か
your
せてほ
mom.
しいんだよねちなみにこのことは
By the way,
まだ
don't tell
誰に
anyone
も
else
言わない
about
方がいい
this. See you
そ
later.
れじゃ以上です
That's it. Before I realize it, I'm breathing heavily.
ぐぬぬ
Yoshio-senpai is right. His anxiety is truly on the mark. Considering his pinpoint accuracy, this isn't just some random idiot from the FGC trying to troll. The Kimijima reports are true. A robot insurrection. This lines up with the one piece of truth I found amidst the noise after hunting for 12 hours straight. Actually,
それはもう起き
it's more like the insurrection is already happening. Amidst the noise, there are posts dotted around that feel out of place. Surface robots were attacking people. A guide robot went out of control. An RI robot went haywire lol. It won't do that, but it's total mal. They're all relatively low-key posts, nothing designed to get attention. Just a few words buried within all the noise. But they're slowly starting to bubble to the surface. And they haven't yet caused any uproar. The people in Tokyo are way too busy right now with the blackouts and loss of functionality all over the place. A robot insurrection. Just reading the words is enough to make anyone laugh. Even movies don't use plots as cliche as this anymore. If you think the word insurrection might cause some misunderstanding, you could describe it as robots going haywire. Thanks to next year's Robot Expo, the streets are filled with life-size robots, more than any other city. Even police stands have deployed guide patrol robots. Robots run the registers at stores. Nursing robots are all over the place now. There's a surprisingly large number of them walking with and assisting elderly people. I hear that Shibuya, Akihabara, and Daiba in particular have a large number of guide robots deployed. What happens if all of those robots stop doing what they're programmed to do?
なんという
What a
狂った
messed up
世界
world. Although I doubt robots are gonna be picking up guns and shooting people anytime soon. But still, just the idea of humans losing control over the robots is enough to inspire fear. I don't know if this is an accident caused by the solar storm, or some sort of international act of terror.
お知らせします
Notice.
ヤシオさんのメール
After receiving Yoshi-san's message,
新着
I
メールを
checked
チ
your
ェックしましたよ
inbox.
3451
You received 3,451 new
な
messages.
おスパムメール
This
は
number
あらか
does
じ
not
め除外
include
してあり
spam.
ますフラウ工事のファクトリー
One message from
関係者から
someone
メール
related to the
が
Frau
一通
Kojida's factory.
お仕事依頼のメールは
Zero work
ゼロ
requests.
キルバラットのユーザーから
38
届いた
seemingly
メール
positive
のうち
messages from
ポ
Kill
ジティブ
Ballot
と予想され
users.
るものが38通ネガティブと予想されるものが
3,413 seemingly negative
13通です
messages. That's a lot. That's a lot more hate emails than usual. But who cares? I never check them anyway. It's just that I can't believe I've gotten so many after only half a day.
関係者からのメール
Open the Frau
開いて
Kojiro factory message.
送信者
Sender, Hattori Hanjiro. Sending time, November 19th, 2019.
11月19日午前電話が鳴っています
You're
よ
getting a call.
誰
Who's it from?
服部半十郎さんです
Hattori Hanjiro. First the message, now she's calling. I haven't even read the former yet. Well, she's a member of the KB team. I've never actually seen Hattori Hanjiro's face before. The only people I've met offline are Chuchu Yasumasa and Moguyama. The other members, Hattori Hanjiro and Kiss Pop, I've only ever called or messaged. Hattori Hanjiro is a 23-year-old neat girl. Her real name is Hattori Mitsuko, currently unemployed. That's about all I know.
つないで
Take the call.
では
Okay,
つなぎします
connecting you now. The Pokécom screen reads sound only. Her face isn't displayed.
ハンジ
Hanju,
無事だった
are you alright? Hanju refers to Hattori Hanjiro. I just call her that because it's easy to say and type.
電話
Wait,
復旧した
are the phone lines
それと
fixed?
ももしか
Or
して
do you escape to Kansai or
関西に脱出したとか
something?
うん今
I got
名
out.
古屋
I'm in Nagoya right now. So she really did escape. I wonder if she knows what happened to everyone else at the factory.
っていうか
More importantly, Frauchi,
今すぐ
please
アホ
stop
なま
this
まではやめなよ
madness.
RI のロボットを
Hacking the RI
とか
robots and other
それじゃ
horrible
済まない
things.
んだから
What are you thinking? This isn't a game.
は
Huh? Her sudden outburst makes no sense. Seriously, what's her deal? Why is she mad at me?
お前は何を言ってい
What are
る
you
んだ
talking about?
日本語で OK
In Japanese, please. 日本語で OK.
停電中の東京で
Aren't you the one making all the robots in Tokyo go haywire and attack
フラ
people?
ッチでしょあんなの犯
This
罪
is a
だよ
crime. Not only that, but you're taunting people about it, claiming responsibility for it?
あそこまで炎上し
At
ちゃっ
this
たら
rate, there's gonna be no turning back for you.
ちょっと何言って
I
る
don't
かわかん
understand
な
what
い
you're
です
saying.
人違いじゃ
Are
ね
you sure you don't have the wrong person?
私にまでそん
I
な
can't
分かり
believe
き
you're
った
lying
嘘
to
つく
me
なん
like
て
this.
自分でツイポで
It's all over your
つぶやいておいて
Twippo. Stop trying to hide it.
ツイポ
Twippo? Anju has clearly lost it. I figured she was on edge from all the stuff in Tokyo, plus having to flee all the way to Nagoya. But that doesn't seem to be the case.
私が
What do you mean it's
つぶやい
all over my Twippo?
Eh?
Huh?
とぼけないで
Don't play dumb.
フラウチ
Just stop whatever
と
you're
にかく
doing
今
right
すぐ
now.
クラッキングを
If
や
you
め
turn
て
yourself in, you might
今自首すれ
still...
ばまだ
わかんない
I don't understand.
何言ってるのか
I
全
don't
然
understand anything you're saying.
わかるように話してくれな
If
く
you won't
て
tell me what's going on,
私
what
ど
am I supposed to
どうしたらいい
do?
か
フラウチ
Frauchi. I'm so confused. But that's normal, right? She's just berating me without even explaining why. Especially since I have no memory of what she's talking about. I don't even know what to feel. I'm not mad, nor am I sad. I don't even have the words to respond with. Committing a crime? Taunting people on Twippo?
何言ってるか
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
本当
You
なの
really don't know?
何も知らないのだって
But
ツイ
I'm
ッター
certain
で
it's
つ
all
ぶやい
coming
てる
from
の
your
って
Twippo
確か
account.
にフラウチのアカウントなんだけどね
Hey,
この
have
何時
you
間かで
used Twippo in the last few hours?
してない
I haven't. Once goes quiet after hearing my response. I can't see her face, so I don't know for sure, but she seems to be pondering something.
ね ね
Hey,
一体
what exactly is going on?
RI
You know
ロボラ
what?
トリーインダストリー
Alright,
のロボット
robotery industry robots are great.
そのロボット OS
They always got
何
hacked
者
by
かに
someone,
乗っ取られて
and the robots are
停電中
attacking
の東
people
京
in
で
Tokyo.
人を襲ってる私もこの目
I
で
saw it myself. I had no
時
idea
は
why
わ
at the
からな
time,
かったけど
but I understood after
東京
escaping
から
and
脱
seeing
出し
your
てから
timeline.
フラウッチのつぶやきを見て悟ったの
A robot insurrection. I was literally just looking into this. Coupled with what was written in Yoshia-senpai's message.
でも
But shouldn't most robots be broken after the solar
ほとんど故
storm?
障してるんじゃ
知らないの
You didn't know?
15年暮
Ever
らし
since the crash of 15, life-size robots have always come equipped with countermeasures against solar storms.
今の東京は
Right now in Tokyo, the power is off, but only the robots are moving around. It's crazy.
異常な状態なの
How could I possibly know that?
でも
But how could I be the culprit?
だって今
I'm on Tanegashima right now.
そもそも
Besides,
ロボット
hacking the OS of a
それだ
single
けハ
robot
ッキングしたって
wouldn't cause much
大した被害
damage.
には
ロボラトリーインダストリー
Robotery Industries RICH series has their data synced on the cloud.
そこさえ抑えちゃえば
If you took that over, you could forcibly send commands to all of the robots.
なんだと
What did you just say?
フラウッチが
I can't tell if you're lying to me or not over the phone, Fauci,
電話だけじゃ
but
わからないけど今すぐ追放を見て
just take a look at
自
Twippo.
分の発言を
Look
確
at your
認して
posts. I do as I'm told and hurriedly boot up Twippo. For some reason, it's asking for my account name and password to log in. Ah, the typical signs of your account got winked. I never see this screen because I'm usually always logged in. And this is weird. A feeling of unease runs through me as I enter my password. As soon as I'm in, I find a host of tweets directed at me. Cheers and verbal attacks from accounts I've never seen, even death threats. The sheer number of them is ridiculous. There are more tweets than I can count, well over the thousands. I can't look through all of these. But I'm used to this sort of thing in my inbox, so it's not a big deal. It's always been that way. I bite my lip and bring up the tweets from my account.
何
What?
なんで
How? My timeline is filled with posts that I don't recognize. So you know how robots in Tokyo are going nuts and attacking people? That was me. I hacked into RI's Rich Series OS. That part was easy. After that, I made all the RI robots go haywire. I think it's finally time for robots to be freed from human control. Oh yeah, I want to know who leaked the last episode of Gun Feral? Also me. For the first time in recorded history, a robot murdered a human. What big exciting news. By the way, the server for RI is wide open, anyone can waltz right on in. You want to boot me out and get the robots back? Just get past the security I set up. I didn't write a single word of this. This wasn't me. It's fake. It has to be. I desperately check my account. Frau Kojiro. This... What's going on?
私の
My
アカウント
account. No matter how many times I look. It's the account name I picked. A virus? Have I been hacked? Only thing filling my mind. This overwhelming feeling of wanting to cry. I feel absolutely miserable. I want to cry out with every fiber of my being. Depression and mania forced their way into my heart at the same time.
乗っ取られた
I got hacked. Someone hacked into my account. I need to delete it ASAP. This should make it all better.
マジ
This is seriously
ありえないだろ
impossible. There's definitely something wrong.
絶対おかしい
There's gotta be.
絶対に
I end up vomiting. It's painful. My throat feels like it's on fire. Tears fall down my cheeks. The only things that come up are stomach acid and bile. I haven't eaten anything since the day before yesterday. God damn it, Frau. This can't be happening. It can't. This isn't me. Someone set me up. I'm torn because it's so hard to gauge how much time there really is left per phase. That is my main problem. It's really hard to gauge. I think we'll just stop here. And then we can continue this next time. I was kind of wanting to like finish phase 7 all in one stream and then maybe phase 8 next, because the following Saturday I think I'll be tabling at a con. But I guess there's no point in trying to rush into things, right? But that's interesting, to put it lightly. I am quite curious and concerned as to what is going on in Tokyo. And I'm sure you guys are feeling similarly, right? I don't know, do you guys have any thoughts to share about the happenings? Any input? I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what to think. Definitely need more information about what's going on. I guess we'll get that information next week. But thank you guys so much for joining me as always. I do appreciate your support. I hope you are looking forward to more science adventure misadventures. Yeah, I guess that will do it. And until next time. Alright. But yeah, until next time everyone. Bye bye.